Good morning. It's time for Precision Talk. I'm Marketing Manager Frank Homestead with President Adam Gittins and HTS Ag. How you doing this morning, Adam?
Wonderful. How about yourself, Frank?
Fantastic, fantastic. Bit of exciting news because earlier this week we got our shipment of Lymows in.
We did.
And you have had the demo unit greedily at your house for quite some time.
Yes, we got this in early March. We've had the unit out and it is mowed through all the things you can think of. We've given it some really challenging terrain. That's one of the reasons it's at my place. I've got a fairly steep yard. I've got gopher holes. I've got some interesting terrain that it has to try and mow around, some retaining walls out behind my house that it's climbing a really steep slope to get up and around those. And a fairly large yard with some even pretty tall grass out on the edge, some brome grass that we set it to go out through. We've really thrown the kitchen sink at this thing, and it's done incredibly well to be able to navigate all of the challenges we've thrown at it. We've got now, we just looked, over 150 hours logged on this demo unit since we got it. This was a pre-production build of the Lymow 1 Plus, and so the production units we got actually have some nice improvements over even the demo unit we have. But it's a fantastic unit that's I just hit the button and send it out to go, and my yard has never looked better. It's been amazing to not have to sit on the lawnmower. My yard's mowed every other day. I've been able to run it across my yard and keep things mowed down. So it never gets really tall. It always looks really well manicured, and that's not typically been the case at my place.
So let's talk for just a moment here, Adam, on why in the world is HTS Ag getting into the robotic mower business?
Yeah, it's certainly not because we want to sell lawnmowers. We see the benefit of autonomy in agriculture, and this looked to be a low-cost entry point for autonomy to get people used to it, ourselves included. It gives us some background, some knowledge, and some troubleshooting ability as we start working through some of the hiccups or challenges that may arise from autonomy. But we really see in the future, autonomy is coming into agriculture in a big way, and we want to be as prepared for it as we can and also help our customers be as prepared as we can. And this is a really low barrier to entry from a cost perspective to be able to get something out there. And it's something that all of us have to do. We've all got to have our yard mowed at some point. The mowers are not getting any cheaper, and the amount of time that I've previously set on my mower running back and forth in the yard, it has been amazing to see how all of that could be completely automated and just work. It's nothing short of miraculous to me that you can have full autonomy on something like that.
Absolutely. And what about the time saving factor? Because we just looked and you're currently mowing your yard.
Correct.
But you're also currently sitting here talking on Precision Talk.
At this very second, my yard is getting mowed, and it's only a 16-inch wide mower. It's going to take a while. You know, I've got close to 2 acres worth of a yard. This thing's rated to mow 1.7 acres per day. It's rated to go up a 45-degree slope. Why wouldn't you want to have that happen while you're off doing something else? So what a great time to be able to spend with your family, spend at work. You get home, your yard's already mowed. You don't have to go out and do that. That time that I've been able to get back, I mean, it was previously at least a couple hours a week I was probably spending on the lawnmower between actually mowing and servicing, cleaning, and refueling the mower just to keep the yard mowed.
So what about the guys who, let's say they live in town, or I guess even in the country, and they really care about what their yard looks like?
RTK GPS on this mower is going to get you perfect straight lines, better than you've ever seen trying to mow by hand. And those perfect straight lines really do start to look good. But in addition to those nice straight lines that the Lymow can cut, we can also set it up to do a crosshatch pattern where it will mow one direction and then mow at a 90-degree opposing direction from that. So you get that checkerboard look on your entire lawn. It's got real blades in the lawnmower, so it's not just the little razor blades that a lot of the other units have in there. It cuts clean. The blades do need sharpened. I mean, you still got to do maintenance like you would on a regular lawnmower, but those little blades, inexpensive to replace if you need to, sharpen them and keep that thing up. And the quality of cut from that unit is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. And the other really nice feature of when you said you got to sharpen your blades, obviously, well, the deck flips up to a 90-degree angle, so you can get access to the blades right there. It's not tipping over your push mower and dumping gas in your lawn or on your driveway.
Correct.
The maintenance on this thing is pretty easy to get at.
Yeah, you push and hold one button on the mower itself. The deck will actually lift up in the air and then flip completely up at a 90-degree angle. You can then, if you want to, you could probably sharpen them on the mower. Probably still easier to just unbolt them real quick, take them off and sharpen them like you would a regular mower blade. But really easy to access. The same thing applies. It's not uncommon to get some gunk built up under the deck. I've got a lot of critters that like to dig in my yard, so this thing's been a little mini bulldozer pushing dirt around in my yard. So there's been a couple of times I've gotten some dirt buildup in there, and it still would mow, but it's not doing probably quite as well as it could. So I'd get in there with like a putty knife and scrape out the gunk that got built up in the deck, and just kind of clean it up a little bit. Rinse it off with a hose. It's waterproof, and back to work it goes.
So what about from the safety aspect? If you've got pets, if you've got kids, if they're leaving bicycles in the yard and dogs are leaving toys in the yard, what kind of safety features does the Lymow have?
Sure, lots of them actually. So it's got a smart obstacle avoidance built into it. It has a bumper on the front of the mower deck, much like you think of your Roomba vacuum in your house. Not a big deal there, where it bumps into something, of course, it's going to stop. But in addition to that, it's got onboard cameras, and if it visually sees something in the yard, it will actually stop the mower before getting there, and it will turn around and go back the other way, come back later and try and mow that spot. So if there's a soccer ball left in the yard, it's not even going to bump into the soccer ball. It will work around it and just mow the rest of the yard. Might leave that little spot where the ball was sitting, but animals, kids get out in front of the thing, it's going to stop. It's got that safety built into it. And we've ran it over some things that we shouldn't. It's ran some large sticks into it, nearly the size of my wrist, up into the mower deck. Completely stops the mower deck. Did not damage the unit whatsoever. It sent me a message on the app on my phone. I went and pulled the stick out, reset it, hit go. It took off and continued to mow.
Yeah.
So even if it runs over something and hits something hard, it's just going to immediately stop the blades from turning and send you an alert that there's something that needs to be dealt with.
So you'd mentioned your retaining walls, but what about if you've got landscape features in your yard, a flower bed or a rock garden or something of that nature?
Yeah, easy. So to set this thing up, we're going to drive the outside perimeter of the yard and tell it where the edge of the yard is. Same thing with the inside boundaries, if you will. We can drive around them and put an interior perimeter and tell it, don't mow here, and it will just automatically avoid that area every time.
Okay. So it's very easy. And then also, if you don't need to outline every single thing you don't want it to mow because you've got a propane tank.
Right. I live in the country. I've got a propane tank. I did not outline the propane tank, but it just mows right around it every time. And it knows that it's able to figure out that it's there, even if it bumps into the propane tank. Like, it's not going to hurt the mower or the tank, but it's been able to just mow right around that without even having to outline it.
Absolutely. So anything else, Adam, you want to talk about Lymow?
It's been a really great learning curve as we've learned an awful lot of things about the mower itself, how to set it, how to get it to do what we want it to do, how to adjust certain things on it. But the really comforting thing is, you buy the Lymow from HTS Ag, you pick up the phone and call us, and we're going to be able to give you that expert level of support like we do with all the rest of our products. So that, to me, is one of the greatest things about this product is you've got a local dealer here that can help you out.
Absolutely. So we do have some of the Lymow 1s. Is that what the official model is?
The Lymow 1 Plus is
1
actually
Plus.
the new model that just came out, and they're all with 10 amp chargers. We've got them in inventory here and ready to go.
Absolutely. So give us a call, 712-744-4468. You can find us on the web at htsag.com.